Hi everyone, Caitlin from Pointer here. I am joined by Vickie Birkinshaw from Purple Pyjamas for this session, and we are just going to go through a few tips and tricks for communicating remotely with your manager or boss. Vickie, if you'd like to introduce yourself and give us an idea of what you do on your day-to-day basis, that would be great.
Yeah, well, Purple Pyjamas is really set up to help people navigate change. And wow, am I busy at the moment, because change is all around us. And that includes a lot of people that are now navigating remote or distributed teams. And that requires a whole heap of different communication techniques and styles as well. And I think, there's a couple of things. One is if remote work is totally new to you, then you need to look at what are your personal communication styles? Like, how do you like to communicate? Are you the type of person that just talk to me at the start, at the end of the day, and then you try to recreate that in the space? Or it's like, always popping your head over, the top or around the corner of the office door to say, can I just ask you this, and can I just ask you that? So we're really trying to recreate those spaces in an online capacity as well. So it might be about talking with your boss, your manager, to say, look, is it okay, if I ping you or WhatsApp you or send you a text if I've got something that I need, clarification on. So we really want to recreate the way that you're working in that space. Or if that's not possible in this environment, then really making sure that there is that space at the end and the start of the day to communicate with people, and knowing that we work with introverts, we work with extroverts. If you've ever done any of that personality profiling, maybe go back in, looking at your own profile and knowing what your needs are. I think this sense of self-awareness is really important in your communication.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really and honest about what you need, and then actually communicating that to your team, to your boss, to your managers, to say, look, I really need you to check in with me quite a lot, or, just leave me alone, I'll get on with it. And, let's set up some regular times as well.
Yeah, great. I think that's internally for us, it's something that we really work on too. We have a set of communication guidelines where we work out what kind of communication goes through what channel. And I think what's been really important for us is even just putting boundaries around how we communicate, when we communicate, and like you mentioned, how we like to be communicated to. That's been a really major thing for me as a remote worker, was working out what communication actually suited my working style and working that into my routine. It really, I guess, helped me when I drew the line in the sand and said, like, yes, this is how I'd like to be communicated to, and no, that doesn't really work for me. Do you think that in terms of building trust and relationship with your boss or your manager, that communication plays a big part in that?
Yeah, absolutely. And being as, open and honest as you can be in terms of that. And what tends to happen, and particularly, with a boss, or when you're working, with an entrepreneur like Joe, is that it might be midnight and they're just brain dumping, right? They're just brain dumping. I need to get this out, need to get this out. And then you see that and going, I didn't respond. And it's like, having that communication is to say, like Joe would say, it's okay not to respond. I just had to get it out of my head.
Yeah.
But you need to know that as well. So it's saying, look, I know that you're, pinging me all times of the day, but I've set aside, between 4 and 5 for me to do that. So having a really good understanding, like you said, of the working styles, what platform is appropriate for what, when you expect something to be acknowledged, when you expect something to be acted upon. So all the same rules apply, in that you need to have those deadlines, you need to have those clear lines of communication, you need to have those lines in the sand, like you said, in terms of
absolutely.
You way, but I don't work that way. So how do we find that sort of happy medium? And and again, that communication, and especially at the start, it's over communicating. It's like, well, when this happened, what were your expectations? Or this is how I felt when this happened. So practicing the use of I statements, all good communication theory that we've learned in our different parts of our lives, we can apply to this as well.
Yep. Yeah, great. Thanks for your time, Vickie.
Thank you.